Good morning. Just got the car parked up over my shoulder there at the Glen Lochy car park, I think it is. I'm so unfamiliar with these places, but today we're tackling two beautiful, beautiful Munros up in the direction up here. Ben Lui and Beinn, I think you pronounce it. Admittedly, this is actually plan C for today, not plan A or plan B, but I'm so excited for this one today. We've got conditions for it, they're absolutely beautiful, and we've got a pretty mental water crossing just up ahead as well. Exciting. I believe this river crossing can get really, really bad, especially when there's been a lot of rain recently. So that's kind of like one of the reasons why, or one of the good reasons why I end up doing this one today, is because there hasn't been as much rain recently. I mean, it's mid-March and there's hardly any snow in the hills, and so getting across this river would be a lot easier. Another reason as well is that going through the forest, which is just up here, is notoriously boggy as well. So I'm hoping with the recent cold conditions that's a little bit hard, but and not as squelchy, shall we say, but it's quite notorious for the bog and for this river. So one done, one challenge done, second one to come. That would be a very interesting section there with all that bog in peak summertime. Even with not being too bad, you can kind of see I'm a little bit muddy on the boots, but we've got some cracking views just down there on the main path over the bridge towards Dalmally, Munros and Ben Cruachan area. Thought about doing them today, but a bit too much of a stretch for just now, I think. I don't think it's too long until the walk and the environment opens up out of this forestry. And I think at that point as well, that's when you're kind of clear of the bog, and then you get the really, really good views that we've been looking for all day. But so far, so good. That's a view of the first summit today, Beinn. Don't know if that's the summit directly just on the point or if it's over beyond it, but that's the first one. Most people, I think, would do that one first and then do Ben Lui second, but from the forecast today, the earlier on in the morning the better, and the more clear it is. We get to afternoon, it starts to cloud over in the northwest, so I want the best views on Ben Lui, so I'm going to be doing that first. Yeah, this is absolutely brutal. Why don't I even talk? Saying that the bog's not going to be so bad, but clearly it is. It's just, this is just a game of pick the path of the least bog. Yeah, not nice. Not nice at all. Okay, so I'm out of it. That final bit was the absolute worst. I think I went all the way down to like halfway down my shins. That was a nasty bit there. But I was prepared for it. Ben Lui I'm going to strike up towards first of all, which is just up in that direction. And Ben just over here. So you can just see like kind of the general direction where I'll be going, and then back down this way. I think I actually go back through the perilous bog to get back to the car. But this looks a pretty simple trail. Just follow this fence line and then you can actually see people up ahead. And then up to the top, which is just up there. Yeah, I think it's good vibes. All good vibes from now on. Views are opening up now beautifully towards the Tyndrum Munros of Ben Lui. There is the Ben circuit and reservoir, Crane Lark Munros, a few sheep kicking about. Still a little bit boggy, but nowhere near as bad. I'm taking a brief pause there because the ascent coming right over these grassy slopes is unforgiving. It's so tough. What a day. Ben Lou's just up there. I think there's a little bit of scrambling to get to the top. Very small amount of it. But yeah, I'm just going to park I'm on a beautiful little rock just here. My feet are drying out from that bog earlier on in the woods, just down there. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I think that's Loch Awe, just there. That's how you pronounce it. I have a feeling as well there's a better path over there. Whether it's better or not, I don't know. It's a more recognised path, but I think either way, it's just grassy slopes and it just slows you down so much. It's tough going. So I'm going to stop for about 5-10 minutes, just take in these amazing views. Now amazingly, I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick this out, but this bump just about here, that mountain, amazingly, I think, is Ben Lui, which is across in the Isle of Mull, which I don't believe I've actually seen before with the naked eye. It's pretty amazing. Just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Peace and serenity and beauty. That's the way forward. Not far to go. It's going to get a little bit rocky, so the poles are away. Forward to this. I think I'm going to have to change the song to something a little bit more enthusiastic than Closer by Travis. Let me action that. That bit just there took a little bit of stopping and thinking. You just got to have, it takes a moment to find the right handholds to pull yourself up with 3 points of contact. Fun though, it gets the mind going, it gets it engaged. It's not like the grassy slopes are tough going, but they're boring. That is more challenging, but it's enjoyable. It gets you thinking. Gets the adrenaline going a little bit. By the way, this is the second Munro and it looks absolutely tiny from up here. Might actually just be able to see some people down in this direction. Yeah, this is much better, much better. Here we go. Munro, number 78. The flat cap of Ben Lui. Yes. Absolutely spectacular. That's Ben and Ben Dobrig, I think you call it. Can do those Munros. Can't pair them up with this pair I'm doing today, but not dangerous. So let's see if I can pick up some of the other summits. We've got Ben Lui and Beinn, who've had that's a nice dust in the snow. Those two Munros are actually higher than where we are just now. Right across to the Archer Alps, where we were a couple of weeks ago when the pitch black up high. We've got Ben Lui, which I can't really see on the camera, but that's the highest one there, poking up there. The Cobbler just to the side of it as well. And as I say, I'm not too sure across here. It might be a couple of Corbetts, Mel Buoy, I think. Loch Awe, just running up there, down by going towards Oban. Ben Cruachan, spoke about them earlier on. Right across into the heart of Glencoe. Just absolutely phenomenal. Biddy and Nambian over here somewhere, this big point. I think you might just be able to see Ben Nevis over there, but it's as dramatic as ever. It's just a way to go into the cloud. And then up here into the Crane Larrick Hills, I think this might be Anne Castile potentially. Ben Chulachan across there. I'm not too familiar with these hills as much, but as I say, the viewpoint from Ben Oss over there is absolutely phenomenal. As I say, you can just walk right across this ridge, right up there, and then tag on this one as well, but that's a big day. A really big day. Just a special place. It's only special with these views. Ben Lawers across in there, that's got this snowy cap on. Yeah, it's just fantastic. Come on, number 78, done and dusted. These are just the kind of days that you've just got to cherish in Scotland, because they don't come too often. And I'm not in a rush today. Which makes this all more enjoyable. Now that I'm coming down from the summit of Ben Lui, it was a spectacular, beautiful summit. It was like it was right in the epicenter of all these other Munros. You could even see the Cairngorms with their beautiful, beautiful white coat on, full of snow. It was just a wonderful, wonderful summit. So we're just cracking on, as you can see. The next Munro Benachleb is just across there, and it's probably two of the closest Munros in all of Scotland in terms of like linkage and getting them together. There's really not much distance between the two of them. It's not going to take long to get up there either, because Benachleb has just got, it's a bit more of a rounded lump and might not get as many panoramic views from it as compared to Ben Lui. But a beautiful summit. The relentless nature of the ascent with the grassy steep slopes is totally worth it, and that's just that's a brilliant one to now get ticked off. Well, that did not take long at all. Such an easier ascent compared to Ben Lui. No scrambling, just a lovely uphill walk. Munro number 79. Benachleb. Big difference with this view. There she is. The flat top of Ben Lui. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Much better view of Loch Ewe down there and of the Cruachan range. Not as high. 916 metres, which makes this one of the lowest Munros in the country, and it certainly feels it. And Ben Lui's up there. So I'm not going to hang about here for too long, I'm just going to get back down to the car. I've only got about 3 kilometres to get back now, but I do have to go through that horrendous bog again, I think. I'm going to see if there's a way around it, even if it's an extra couple of kilometres, because that is not fun. So I'm just going to get the bag back on. That was a very, very simple ascent there. That was so much easier than Ben Lui. And again, if you can kind of see it from here, like Ben Lui, there isn't really a path, but you just kind of go up this shoulder and then you go to the, I don't think it's this very tip one here, but you go up to this next top and you just scramble your way up. Not scrambling the entire way, but if you see, when you look at it from here, it just looks so grand and so special. And again, it just encapsulates that. It just gives you that perspective that you went up that. And from here it looks really frightening, because it looks like it's just so pointed and so sharp, but it really isn't. It really isn't. You can kind of see the cloud is starting to come in. There's some clouds going over Biddian and Beinn. That's the Munro that you do if you're going through the Lost Valley in Glencoe. I cannot wait to do Ben Cruachan. I cannot wait to do that. You can even see right up into the Cairngorms that the visibility is so crystal clear. Yeah, I'm not going to have many more days like this year, I think. Fantastic. So just the plan is to get down at the Bealach between these two Munros. The Bealach is basically just the bottom part of between that Munro and that Munro, and there's a path that shoots down there just between these two Munros. Just over 3.5 kilometres to get back to the car. So it's not a really short day, but it's definitely the shortest of days when you're doing like a Munro round out. But for it being 10 kilometres, it takes a while, but totally worth it. So that's us now at the path where we head down back to the car, and that fucking forest. Every time I just look at that forest, it's just filling me with fear. And there's back up to Ben Lui. What a day. Not quite home yet, but almost there. Yep, I did just slip on my arse there. That's funny when that happens. Don't know how easy that would have gotten caught on camera, but I managed to dodge all this ice, but a little bit of grass, that's what gets me over. With this gate, because on this side of the gate you have mountains, beautiful Scottish mountains, grassy slopes, beautiful views on this side of the gate, but this bloody thing, as soon as you come through it, we've entered hell. Oh dearie me, I don't want to do this. Oh fucking hell. Yep. Yep. Okay, we've made it. Well, made it all the worst of it. That is not fun at all. That is just that's my yeah, that image speaks 1,000 words. I did have gaiters, and I do have gaiters in the bag as well, but you know what, I couldn't be arsed putting them on, and my feet were already wet, and I was just like, I'm already in this position, I'd be as well just cracking on and not get the gaiters wet. So, but yeah, I just navigated myself towards the woods a little bit more and off the main path. But the problem with that is that you've got all these branches to try and push through, and it so happened that one of my sticks fell out of my bag because I got caught. So I'm just going to use this for the rest of the walk down. But yeah, that's the worst of it now. All I can say is I'm glad I've got a change of clothes in the car, because there ain't no way I'm driving home in these clothes for 2.5 hours. Not a chance. So as you can see, the car park is just down right there, just about 5 minutes away, so probably going to wrap things up here before I have to cross this the final river crossing and go under the tunnel, which actually took me a while to figure out that that was the correct way to go at the start. But a phenomenal day. It was such a, it was so contrasting, you know, the start, first half and the second half, where the first half is ridiculously boggy and the second half is obviously grassy slopes and absolutely stunning views. Obviously you've got to have the right day for it, but that was the first time in a long, as I say, since about September, when I've had clear views. And you might have been able to see from the footage as well, it is so much more cloudier now. Ben Lui has just been kind of coming and going, and that's the same height as Ben Lui, but we seem to be in a pocket of nice weather where the views aren't coming in. But brilliant, fantastic day, loved it. Just great to get out and explore these new areas and just make the most of this weather and time off and weekends. I wouldn't think about doing anything else that involved some kind of adventure in, and even when Nevis is around and when I've got him at the weekend, I'm still trying to get out different places with him so he can explore as well as I explore. But in terms of the viewpoint, one of the best I've seen, 100%. But yeah, just another, it just feels great to get another 2 ticked off. And I've got another 2 to do. I've got to do Ben Oss and Ben, I think it's Ben Dubreg, I think you call it. That's neighbouring Ben Lui. But good to get them done. And yeah, looking forward to the next one. Yeah, such a funny start and a funny end to the hike. And as I say, at the start of the hike, I was thinking, cross this river here, and I was thinking, do I go along here or do I go up there? I didn't even see that path initially. So yeah, it's certainly full of personality, that's for sure, as is this bloody bit. Now let's have a look and see. I think I may have started at the wrong point. let's go down here instead. There is a footstep here and a muddy one here, and we're off. Whoa. Hold on, I'm going to put it down a little bit, and my stick has just caved in. It's been doing that a lot recently, it's bloody annoying. Okay. Oh, no bother. You'd struggle to get across this if the river's in spate. If there's been a really heavy rain, it would be difficult to get past that. But there we go. That marks the end of the walk. And also, just to sign off as well, brilliant couple from Oban that I met. Didn't catch their names, but had a beautiful collie with them as well. Just another reflection that you don't meet arseholes up in the mountains and the hills, and everyone's there for that one reason of just getting out and enjoying themselves. You've got something in common with them, and yeah, just it's great to meet new people and just chat away to them as if you've known them for ages. Here we go, the final summit.